I woke up this morning as thrilled as can be, because today I turned 6, and I know what can be. My mum said get dressed, because we're going real soon. I'm just so excited, I'm over the moon. For the fair has returned, and I just can't wait to be the first one to go through the gate. We played so many games, and had so much to do. I think now it's the time for the tent that's striped blue, then onto the red one, and yellow, and tan, and finally to the one with the magic man. I told him today was the day I turned 6. He said, would you like to see my new magic card trick? He said, just pick your first card, then you will see what your future can be. He then said, when I hear 1 and 2 and 3, that I will again become 6-year-old me. He said, fiddle-a-diddle and fiddle-a-dee, pick your first card, what could your future be? So I picked the first card, a baseball player I picked, and found myself holding a large wooden stick. I was up at bat. The ball coming so fast, I swung and connected. I was having a blast. I got a home run that won the game, and everyone started shouting my name. I then heard 1 and then 2, and then I heard 3. And sure enough, I became 6-year-old me. Fiddle-a-diddle and fiddle-a-dee, choose the next card. What can your future be? So I picked the next card. A policeman I took, and found I was chasing a big bad min crook. He had stolen some money, which is a bad thing to do. Then he took off like a flash, and then I took off too. He was running so fast, but I just couldn't fail, and I caught him and sent him directly to jail. I then heard 1 and then 2, and then I heard 3, and I again became 6-year-old me. He said, fiddle-a-diddle and fiddle-a-dee, pick your next card. What can your future be? So I picked the next card. A pilot I picked, and found I was sitting in a huge jet's cockpit. I looked out the window. What a beautiful sight. I held onto the controls. What a marvelous flight. The weather got bad and a storm hit the plane. It was shaking and bumping and down came more rain. I steadied the jet with all of my might, and in no time at all the sky turned beautifully bright. The landing was smooth and everyone cheered. A pilot is really a terrific career. I then heard 1, and then 2, and then I heard 3, and I again became 6-year-old me. He said, fiddle-a-diddle and fiddle-a-dee, pick your next card. What can your future be? So I picked the next card. A fireman I chose, and found myself holding a 50-foot hose. I was fighting a fire, the flames spreading so fast. I readied my hose and gave the fire a blast. The water came out with a powerful roar. I then gave the fire more water, then more, and then even more. The fire was put out. It was sure a relief, because a fire gives everyone nothing but grief. I then heard 1, and then 2, and then I heard 3, and I, again, became 6-year-old me. He said, fiddle-a-diddle and fiddle-a-dee, pick your next card. What can your future be? So I picked the next card. A doctor I chose, and I found myself holding a small suction hose. I was performing a surgery. That was going really well. My patient will be fine. I'm feeling real swell. I saw many patients who needed my care. I told them to just call. I'll always be there. I performed 3 more surgeries, each one a success. I love helping people. Being a doctor is the best. I then heard 1 and then 2, and then I heard 3. And once again, I became 6-year-old me. He said, fiddle-a-diddle and fiddle-a-dee, pick your last card. What can your future be? So I picked the last card. A vet I chose, and I found myself mending a chimpanzee's toes. I took care of a tiger, a penguin and giraffe, and a hyena, who's always good for a laugh. I heard a commotion, a crowd gathered around, and from inside a large hole came a loud and frightened sound. An anteater had fallen in, and we helped pull it out. It had injured its very long anteater snout. I mended his snout, and he's good as new. I really love working at the Great Metro Zoo. I then heard 1, and then 2, and then I heard 3, and finally, again, I became 6-year-old me. Of all of the futures that I could foresee, for now, I'm just happy to be 6-year-old me. So as we both left to go home from the fair, I said to my mum, I can't wait till next year.